Hi, welcome back. Well, the biggest news yesterday was that the rupee weakened to an all-time low of 81 rupees and 62 paisa to the dollar on the sharp depreciation of the currency. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said the rupee is holding well against the dollar. Speaking exclusively at CNN News 18 town hall, she added that India is much better placed than many other countries whose currencies have plummeted against the US dollar. Listen in.
How Indian rupee, because of the strength of our macroeconomic fundamentals, is holding out well, and the rate at which other currency vis-a-vis dollar has been, rate of fall of other currency vis-a-vis the dollar has been sharply much more than Indian rupee. So, is that a consolation? Partly yes, because the strength of your economy speaks when you're talking about your exchange rate. And as a result, we are far better than many other countries whose currencies have fallen pathetically against the US dollar. Now, what is our strategy? The interventions, if at all, which RBI makes using the Indian Reserve, which I think nearly 75 billion has been used, essentially to stop the fluctuations, the severe volatilities. RBI is not aiming at fixing the exchange rate. The government doesn't believe in it. Indian rupee and its exchange rates, rate is also left to the markets to decide how it's going to float or get fixated at some level. So RBI's intervention is more to avoid the fluctuation. The US Fed's action has an impact on all currencies. So we'll have to only be sure that the fluctuation is not going to be severe. On the one hand, some people do also speak that, a falling rupee also helps. Some people speak, I want that to be clearly understood, that a falling rupee helps in exports. Whether it does or it doesn't, theoretically it may, but in today's condition with the recession outside and demands not really being as adequately as it should be, even a fall in the rupee may or may not help our exports. We are all conscious of these basic facts. We'll have to keep watching.
Okay, that is the view coming on rupee. But Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman also said that the government will need to see the losses of oil marketing companies before deciding on cut in prices. Listen in.
I'll have to actually talk to the oil marketing companies to understand where their recovery levels are. Because after all, there were times when they were even importing it at 120, 110, 118. I don't know what kind of losses they've made. I need to work it out with them.
Okay, that is all the commentary coming in from the Finance Minister. But moving on now, the Commerce Ministry has clarified over the delayed new foreign trade policy, stating that the new policy was likely to be rolled out by the 1st of April next year. Abhimanyu gets us the details. Abhimanyu.
The launch of the new foreign trade policy has been delayed by 6 months. The existing foreign trade policy will continue beyond the 1st of October. The government has taken this decision based on various requests and inputs they had received from individuals, industry associations, FIEO and EEPC. Also, the government had held consultations recently, and the new foreign trade policy is likely to come into effect from the 1st of April. The government made it clear that something was needed for the services sector in view of volatility in currency as well as global uncertainty. Also, the government is hoping that the situation will be conducive for new foreign trade policy within the next 6 months. The government has made it clear that the demand is to have a policy with a long-term view, and the government expects to get more clarity with time. The Commerce Ministry also said that there is a need to remain sensitive to the concerns of exporters, and hence the new foreign trade policy, whenever it comes into effect, will of course take into consideration various requests and concerns which have been raised by exporters.
Abhimanyu, thank you so much for joining us with all those details. With that, we'll slip into a break now. Up next, we'll get you all the cues from the commodities market. Stay tuned.